And then something extraordinary happened because you come back and people are speaking to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd written it on a website, not my own website. I didn't have a website at the time. I wrote it on a community message board called urban75.com, which is a London-based, very, very busy. It's one of the top 300 sort of bulletin boards. And people had been putting their personal experiences of what had been going on the day of July 7th since about 9:10 in the morning, when someone said, hang on, something's going on with the tube. And then it was a breaking story. You could follow it minute by minute. People saying, I've just seen people coming out of Edgware Road covered in blood. The roads are trapped. We've been stuck in the office. Someone saying, I'm in the BMA building and the bus has exploded outside. There's pieces of human flesh on my window. You know, we're not being allowed out. And they were all on the internet communicating with each other. And I could have slung my account in there. Came back from having a bath and found out that dozens and dozens of people were going, are you all right? Tell us what happened next. And so I did, and the next day I did a bit more, and then the next day I did a bit more. And there was this sort of sense of immediate support from strangers. And then it worked better than that, because 48 hours later, another man who'd been on my tube, who had been in fact a foot away from me, had been searching the internet, trying to find stories of people like him on the tube, found my account, got in contact with me. So by the Monday after the Thursday, when the bomb went off, he and I were in our garden drinking wine, and we were fellow passengers, and we felt like old friends. And that was the internet for you. It brought us together.
What's remarkable talking about something which is just extraordinary. It's like one of those extraordinary films you watch where two people on a plane and it's a crash, and then later on they find each other or whatever.
Yeah, we found each other within I said 48 hours because of the internet. And then within a week there were 8 survivors from my train, and we were all in contact through this blogging and this story I was telling. We'd all kind of come together. That group has now grown to over 100 people on the train, including the 2 train drivers and the 2 police officers who ran and pulled the dying out of the carriage. And we're all friends. And we would never have got to this stage if it hadn't been for the internet and me coming in that day and writing my story. So it's, and we still keep in contact. We have a website. We communicate with each other through email. It's a private website, okay. But it's not accessible to anyone apart from survivors.
Right, okay.
But yeah, the internet and this, no government official, no media organisation was able to do that. We did it ourselves, and we came together simply by just being ordinary people telling our stories, extraordinary stories.